Hey everyone, Marcelo here. I recently did a post on the Tony Hawk Reddit and it got quite a bit of attention for the use of PS4 macros to get to level 100 without the boring grind, I guess. As you can see, I had done already almost 700 challenges and that got me only to level like mid 70s or something, 78 or something. So I went looking for other methods. First of all, I want to give all the credits to this person, Shuriken Shiguru, on the PSN Profiles forum. I think they were the ones who built the actual map that I remixed to do this, and they came up with the strat. So all credits to them. Um, so let's jump right into it. As you probably know, getting to level 100 is kind of a boring grind because you have to keep doing the same levels over and over just to maximize the amount of XP. Luckily, there's a little app called PS4 Macro. I'll put the download in the description, but if you look for PS4 Macro on Google, I think it's like the first option to show up. It's a GitHub link. Um, and all it does is it records button presses with the PS4 remote play app on PC, and it lets you replay them indefinitely. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. Cool. So let me close this here. All I have is my DualShock connected to the USB port on my computer. Obviously, I linked the PS4 Remote Play app from Sony directly to my PlayStation, so I can play it on PC. So you notice it's in Portuguese because I'm Brazilian. But yeah, the process should be fairly similar. So once you log in, you're here at the screen. Basically, what you want to do is come to the Create a Park part of the menu and search for loop underscore. So you will see that there are some maps that were already created, but most of them have the same layout. I think those are the original one is this loop experience farm. I did this remixed loop test just because you'll see what I do in the end for a manual. I don't know the idea of Shiguru in the original map, but I figured this one just worked better for me, but you use whatever you prefer. So you can just load this map. And then in the meantime, you can open the PS4 macro. As you see, it's a very, very simple app. It doesn't have a lot of functions. It literally just records and replays the button presses that you want. And the good thing is you activate it by clicking the touchpad on the controller. So it makes it super, super simple to use. So let me just show you how that's done. Let me get this to a less annoying part of the screen. So what I do is I click on end run just to make sure that the loop restarts every second. And then I will press, you will see here when it starts recording, that means that I press the touchpad. So you'll see it counting frames. So what I do is I click the touchpad and I start the level. This might take a couple of tries, so bear with me. So from here, I hold the lip for 10 seconds. It's usually around 7,500 points. Just to maximize the amount of points that you get from the lip grind. Then once you do that, you jump grind, hold the triangle just so it does the grinds on all those truncated little walls there, and it adds up to the multiplier. Then you jump, manual, hold it for 10 seconds, just so it maximizes the XP on the grind as well. Once you get to around 5,500 or so, I just end, press start, click on end run, press X, and just press the touchpad again. As you notice, the counter here restarted. So that means that I'm no longer doing anything. I'm not touching my controller. I'm literally not doing anything. As you know, the XP grind to level 100 is pretty tedious because the amount of XP needed for each level after I think level 80 or so just becomes absurdly big, considering the fact that the most XP you can get after you finish most of the challenges is just doing these little runs where you do like 10-second lip grinds, 10-second manuals, and a certain amount of XP points. it's a mindless grind that doesn't make sense to me. So this really helps. As you might have figured, this also helps for the combo challenges, the combo connectors or whatever their name challenges. Let me stop this for a second just so I can show you. But you get the gist of it. Basically, you just leave your PS4 on with this running all night, and I think it took. I was on level 92 yesterday, and it gave me 4 levels throughout the night. So with like six hours of this macro run, he gave me like 6 levels. So just to give you an idea of the amount of grind that you need to do if you're going to do this manually, right? So this saves you a lot of boring work, I guess. Cool. So let me stop this. Yeah, it's also important to know that you can save this, so you can save the script that you use, and just if you want to use it again, you can save it here, for example, as thps macro, and then just load that file, open that file once you reload, and just go back to the starting point of your loop. So it would be the retry level here screen, and you just press play, and that's pretty much it. So it's super simple. As you can imagine, this can also be used, as I had mentioned earlier, for the combo connector challenge. So for the, what's the name of them? The combo challenges. So for the 100,000 flip tricks and lip tricks and grab tricks and whatnot. So I done a few of them. I was raising the flip tricks yesterday. These ones are a bit trickier. I'll show you why. I would recommend doing the waterfall level for them if you're going to use this method of the macro. Um, so you can press new if you want to start a new macro here. So basically, you use the waterfall level because it has like an endless drop that you can do kind of easily. I'll show you where you probably know if you're watching this and you're into these challenges as much as I am, you probably know. Oh, also important to mention, everything can be done with the mods on. So make sure you just activate everything. This way you don't run the risk of falling or anything. You still get the XP, doesn't matter. Um, so here what you can do is jump to the side of this thing. As you can see, you just float. So I guess by now you have figured out what you need to do, right? So you can just, again, press the touchpad button. You see that it starts recording, and then you just start pressing the button that you want. I don't recommend rotating, actually. I prefer this one because it doesn't add as many points. Thus, you can do it for longer without it breaking the game, because after a certain amount of score or a certain amount of multipliers or whatever, like just the game crashes or becomes really slow. I find that it's around 4,000 tricks. So when the multiplier gets to 4,000, 4,500 or so. So what I do usually, I just do this until it reaches 500 or so. Once it does, I stop the the macro and I just let it run again. So I basically do the same thing I did on the last one, right? I just pause and the run, retry, and tell it to do it again to accrue the maximum amount of points possible. That's pretty much it. I hope this makes your life way easier than it should be with the regular grind, because it's honestly absurd. I really hope they patch that soon, or at least increase the amount of XP you get, because it's kind of mindless right now. And if you want to do this for the combo challenges, I suggest you do it sooner rather than later, because I'm pretty sure they will patch out, or at least I hope they do, these unlimited drops and stuff, because as you can imagine, they can break like online play and stuff like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this helps, and good luck on your grind for 100%. I sure am looking forward to finishing all these challenges. Cool. Have a great one, everyone.